Hello and welcome to Mum's the Word here on Channel Mum. This is the show where we're not afraid to talk about anything to do with parenting. You know, the stuff you talk to your mum friends about at toddler groups, dad friends, we don't want to leave dads out, anything, nothing is off limits. Today we're going to be talking about another hot topic, which is whether you should take your children on holiday or whether you prefer to leave them at home. But first, let me introduce you to the girls. Hi girls.
Hi.
We've got Stacey, Lucy and Ashlyn, hello, and Kate. So this is the team for today, but first of all, let's find out what you think.
I think people just need to do what they want and suit themselves, really. You can't tell anybody else what they should or shouldn't do, and you just need to do what feels right for you. We left him and went away for a night when he was quite young, and I think sometimes as a mum or as a parent you need a bit of a break, and you just need some time to yourself to refresh and sort of get back to being on track with parenting anyway, otherwise you can burn out a little bit.
We've had a couple of weekends away. I think it's very important for your relationship to have some time without the children, and then we're more relaxed parents when we come back.
I love spending time with them, so it's just like if we can afford to go on holiday away somewhere abroad, it'd just be really nice to take the kids as well and actually spend some family time with them. We don't get loads of time all together as a foursome, so.
I didn't go abroad, but I went to Scotland for a few nights, and again my parents had Reuben, and it was for me it was really nice to have a little break. Yes, I missed him, but also I think it was really nice just to feel like me again a little bit and have a few days away.
I'd love to do it. I'd love to. I just wish I had different grandparents.
I'm not sure we'd actually want to. I think we'd, if we were going to go for a break, I think we wouldn't to have her with us. But we're at an age with her now that her grandparents can look after her for a few days, so it's it's doable now, I think.
Okay, so that is what the general consensus was on the streets then, which was kind of very much it's okay to go on holiday without the children as long as there's someone appropriate to look after them and also dependent on age. Who wants to go first? What do we think about this whole topic? Should you go on holiday without the kids?
I think I have with my eldest Rika. She was 6 or 7 at the time. We had a funeral and we left her with my mum, who I felt comfortable with at the time. So yeah, I have done it. I don't think there's anything wrong with it if you've got someone that you trust with your child. And yeah, to be honest, it's not something I would do with Jacob because he's so small, he's only 2. But yeah, if it's with grandparents and you trust them, then I don't think there's anything wrong with it. And mini breaks as well, like a weekend away with your husband. Not all the time, but I think it's important to do that as well.
To get some me time and some couple time. So is that something that you and your husband might consider, or would you be away thinking, oh, I'm missing the kids?
I will miss him, but I think it's important to have, and I'm really bad with me time, but I think I'm getting there, and I think that I will start doing it.
Good.
I completely disagree.
Do you?
Yeah. I think if you're going to go on holiday, and you've got children, why wouldn't you want to take your children with you? Like, the thing for me that I love about holidays is exploring new places, and I want to be able to see that through my kids' eyes as well. And I can't understand why people, and I would just be stressed out the whole time I was away because I'd be worrying about them. And I mean, I guess I might feel different if they were slightly older, but at the moment I feel like all 3 of my children are far too little.
Okay, how old's your oldest?
My oldest is 5, and then I've got a 3-year-old in this one.
Right.
There's just no way I'd leave them.
Would you consider like a night away with your husband?
I've done a night away. I mean, I can't do a night away at the moment because I'm breastfeeding her, but I have done a night away with the sort of older 2. But one night was enough, and I did literally kind of get up, have breakfast, and was like, right, are we going home now? Because I'm kind of ready to get back and check everything's okay. So yeah, I mean, it would also be different. I'd go away with the girls and leave the kids with my husband because I feel like that's different. You know, they're still with a parent. But yeah, I can't see a time and for a lot of years where I would leave the country with my husband and leave my kids at home.
Okay, this statistic might shock you then. In a recent study by Thomas Cook, 78% of the parents asked believed having a holiday without the children would strengthen their marriage.
Really?
78%. That's a lot, actually. I'm quite surprised by that. Are you surprised by that?
Yeah, I think that's a lot. I think that's
Yeah.
quite a lot of people. And there's clearly a lot of people that feel like their marriages need that as well. Like, that's quite worrying.
I feel like I'm not married yet. We're getting married this summer, but I feel like my relationship is starting to need that though, since having a child. Maybe it's because he is in our room with us.
I do get what you mean, because when we've been away for nights away, I think that definitely sort of helps to solidify our relationship. But a night was fine. Like, I don't think we needed to go away for
longer.
It was, we'd go away, we'd have a bit of an afternoon, we'd go out for dinner, we'd have the evening together, and I kind of felt like that was enough to sort of reconnect. I don't think we needed an extended amount of time to sort of get reconnected, if that makes sense.
That's good. Kate, what do you think?
So I agree with you. I'd find it really, really difficult to leave him for a long time. We've never really done that before. And I really enjoy taking him away with us wherever we go, because it's like a little adventure and we can all experience it together. But I would say for something like, we're getting married in the summer as well. Yeah. And I'd say for something like a honeymoon, then that's different. I just think you're only ever going to get one honeymoon, and maybe you should just keep that as something special between you and your partner, go together, especially as I know he'd be in really good hands, he'd be with my mum and dad.
Probably having a whale of a time.
Probably having a great time, really, really happy. So I wouldn't personally be worrying that he was even missing us. I know he'd be absolutely fine. I would just kind of feel guilty that he wasn't with us.
Yeah, I get you. So what are you your honeymoon? Are you going to go away for like a week and leave him?
See, we're now thinking that we're going to do 2 little honeymoons instead of maybe one like 10-day or 2-week one. So we're going to do a short one just for us, maybe even 4 days or 4 nights or something, and then one with him as well. So I feel like I haven't left him out too much.
Best of both worlds.
Best of both worlds.
So we are taking my toddler on our honeymoon. We're going for a week in Italy, and I'm now thinking, this isn't a honeymoon. I'm calling it a toddler moon. We went away for one night this weekend just gone, and the amount of stuff I had to take, and I was covering him in sun cream the whole time. He was taking his hat off, and it was so stressful. I'm thinking Italy is not going to be romantic and a way to solidify our marriage. It's literally going to be me chasing a toddler around a pool trying to get sun cream on for a week. So I'm now thinking we're going to do maybe a weekend away, just the 2 of us, because it's not going to be romantic, is it? And I think me time is important, isn't it? Like, not necessarily me time, couple time maybe.
But it's just difficult. I couldn't imagine.
I think accommodation can have an effect as well. So if you're staying in a villa, that's slightly different, because you might be able to get your kids to bed at the normal time, and then you'd get that sort of couple's time in there. But I think it's more difficult, admittedly, in a hotel when you're all kind of stuck in together. It's not really
in the same room.
It's not really very romantic for your honeymoon, is it, when you're all in the same room together?
No, this weekend just gone, where we stayed in a hotel, me and my other half were drinking wine in the bathroom.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
We've done that.
Oh my God, what has happened to our lives? But there is
quietly, so you don't make anyone up.
Like, we had a packet of mini eggs and a bottle of wine, and there was part of me that thought, do you know what? I miss going away, getting drunk, and having sex. Is that terrible? Does that make me a bad mum? But I am actually going away on my hen do and leaving my 15-month-old for 3 nights, and I've never left him.
Are you leaving him with his dad, though?
I'm leaving him with his dad. Well, dad and grandparents, because obviously dad has to work. But there's one half of me that feels utterly guilty, and I'm worrying about it because I still breastfeed him at night. You know, what's going to happen? 1, my boobs are going to be exploding. 2, is he going to be searching for me? Then the other half is thinking, oh my God, I'm actually going to get to spend time lying around a pool with my bestest friends in the whole world. Yeah. Like you said, I'm only going to get 1 hen do, hopefully. Yeah. That's the plan. And I don't know. I'm so torn about the subject. It's so hard.
I think no matter what, when it comes to kids, you feel guilty.
You do.
Just feel so guilty.
You do. The mum guilt is real, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So that's what we think about the subject of whether you should take your children on holiday or leave them at home. But now let's find out what the rest of the Channel Mum team think.
I've always been quite a family orientated person. I quite like taking my kids with me. I like making memories, photos, the whole lot. I don't mind being woken up early in the morning, she says now. I really kind of enjoy seeing the kids' faces light up with joy. The experiences, one of my favourite holidays ever was us going to Disneyland Paris, and that was definitely just all about family.
When it comes to going on holiday without your children, I can definitely see the appeal. However, I think that me personally, I don't think I would do it purely because it's a holiday, it's an adventure, and I'd want them there to enjoy that.
Holidaying without the children, absolutely yes. I do not feel guilty for saying that at all, because that is not a holiday for me by taking the kids with me at all. It's not enjoyable, it's not relaxing, and it's very, very stressful, and you come home and you're even more stressed than when you went there, unless you're going specifically to take the children on a adventure holiday, things like that. Absolutely no chance in hell I'm going to be taking my children.
Well, sometimes yes. I'm with Jay 24/7, so this is a real treat for me. And what better to see views like this on the Empire State Building.
I'm currently on
holiday, the kids are in kids club. For us, it works amazingly as a family. I get to read a book from start to finish. I get to have a cocktail in the middle of the day. The kids go out sailing, windsurfing, kayaking, have tennis lessons, Zumba classes, loads of opportunities that I wouldn't be able to give for them because I can't sail, and I get to have some quality time with my husband and some free time on my own, which is something that I never get at home. So for us, it is well worth it as a family.
I personally could not go abroad without my kids. I don't know whether it's the mum guilt or if it's because Aria is under 2, but for me it's just something at the moment I could not see myself doing.
If I did go away, while I would absolutely love it, I would also feel guilty as well because, you know, being a young family, we can't afford to go on lots of holidays, and the holidays that we do go on, I feel like they should be with us.
It's really interesting to hear what our Channel Mum team think, especially Corinne. She is very much like, I am going on holiday without those kids, isn't she? Which I think is great. What do you think?
Yeah, like you say, she was not going to mess around. She was like, get me on that plane, I want to go on holiday.
Definitely, I think she needs a break. Bless her. And also Rebecca, her view that she always wants to take the children on holiday, but only if there's a good kids club. What do we think about that?
I don't know, for me personally, I don't use kids club, I never have. I just can't trust someone that I don't know with my children. That's just my opinion.
Maybe as well in a foreign country, somewhere it's a little bit scarier, somewhere where you're not familiar with.
I guess it's a good compromise, I suppose, but it would completely depend on the quality of the kids club, I think, as to whether you'd want to use that.
See, I'm totally the opposite.
You like anti?
If my children are with me, I want them with me.
Yeah.
And I don't want anyone else to look after them, especially people I don't know. But I do see why people do it. I think it's fantastic. And the kids club we've seen are amazing. And my daughter still gets involved when they're in the swimming pool and stuff like that, and I can see, but for someone I don't know to look after my kids.
See, for me, I kind of think that I should be pro them because I send Noah to nursery 2 days a week, and I'm really happy to do that. But then I vetted that nursery, I did loads of research, I went and looked round, and then I looked round again, then I looked round again.
Yeah. You know about regulations and checks as well in this country. I'm not always sure that they're quite so well checked.
But then I'm sure, like with a big tour operator, you know, I'm sure the kids clubs are
they're more than
absolutely
safe.
fine. And you mentioned that we had a chat about this earlier, that some of them are Ofsted registered and things.
Yeah, some of the, you know, like they'll have Ofsted registered staff, and they, you know, a lot of the time it's British staff that have been trained in this country. So, like I said, I think probably if I was going to do it, I would have to make sure it was a really good kids club. But I think personally, I would rather keep the children with me.
Yeah. How would you do it? Say, you know, on your honeymoon, if you do take Archie to one of them, would you perhaps, if you wanted to go for a nice meal one night or, you know, one afternoon or something?
We've been to hotels and places, even in this country, on staycations where there are babysitting services and kids clubs.
Yeah.
And I just can't do it. And I'm not sure what it is. I think it might be his age. But I also think they grow up so fast, and in a few years they won't want to come on holiday with us.
That's so true, isn't it?
And we'll be able to kind of go wherever we want. They'll have their own lives going on, and we'll miss taking them. So that's kind of the way I see it.
Yeah, honestly, it would kill me. Rika's going to be 11 this year, and we went away last year, and she really wanted to go, and I just couldn't. Just honestly, even thinking about it, like, makes me want to get all emotional. I'm just like, no, I don't know what they're doing in the rooms. I know it sounds really stupid, but that's how I feel. I feel like I don't know what's happening there.
Yeah, no, I completely get you. And I do think, especially in a foreign country, it's almost like it's just the unknown, isn't it? Even if it's exactly the same setup as what you might have in a nursery at home, for some reason you can't quite get your head around it. I know I can't. Thank you so much for watching. They are our views about what we think about whether you should take your children on holiday or leave them at home. If you've liked this video, do give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to Channel Mum so you don't miss another episode of Mum's the Word. We also love to know what you think about these subjects, so do leave a comment below. Let us know whether you have gone away without your children or perhaps it's a massive no-no for you. And also, if you feel really strongly about the subject, perhaps make your own video. Link up with our social channels. We would love to hear your views. Thank you so much for watching.